Yo, welcome back. Look, I know it's been a while. Look, I know, but I'm back with another story. So, this happened like probably a year and a half ago, and it's about how I fought some random person with my skateboard. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, I was just at a friend's house, and we had like two or three people over, and we were just chilling. We were bored, we were getting high. We were like, hey, y'all trying to skate down the street because there's a few skate spots in the town where I was at the time. And I'm like, shit, why not? So we all grab our boards, we all get a bottle of water, and we all just start skating down to where we're gonna meet at. And I hit up one of my other friends, and I'm like, hey, we're all going down to the spot. You want to come in there and skate with us? And he's like, all right, bet. So we all started skating down there, and we get down there like 30 minutes later. Okay, and there's like a little bit of people there. It's like a park, but like there's like ledges and shit, and there's a really nice forest there. And that's what I was gonna be hitting because I can't fucking grind or anything. So we just started skating. I start hitting the stairs, warming up, and one of my other friends, he does like a fucking like nose grind on the ledge just to warm up. I'm like, dude, you ain't gotta fucking show off. And he's like, I ain't. And like we realized that these people that are at the park kind of start getting mad. Like they haven't said anything, but it was like a couple groups of people. There was like some teenagers, and there's like a Karen looking mom with like two kids, but she's not the one that even did anything. And we just keep skating. Like we don't even care. We're like, fuck, if they're gonna try anything, they can try stuff. Like we're not doing anything wrong. So we keep skating, right? I mean, we weren't even playing music. We weren't smoking. We weren't anything. We were literally just skating and talking. And then the groups of teenagers start walking towards us. And he kind of hit my friend on the arm, like, hey, we're kind of walking over here. And he's like, all right, well, we just keep skating. And I'm like, all right, bet. And so my friend that did the nose grind tries to do something else down the ledge. I don't know what it was because the second he popped up onto the ledge, this dude just runs at him and fucking knocks him off his board, like hits the ground, hits his head on the ground, and we're like, yo, what the fuck? And we all start getting pissed. We're like, so I went to him and I pushed him, like, dude, what the fuck's your problem? Like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, y'all are being loud, y'all are being annoying, y'all are pissing everybody here off. And I'm like, dude, there's nobody fucking here. That's why we're even here. He's like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I'm here with my friends and my girl. Like, you're being annoying as fuck. Like, y'all need to get the fuck out of here before I beat your ass. And I'm like, dude, no offense, but you ain't gonna beat our ass. You're built like a Minecraft skeleton, dude. And then he gets in my face and he's like, oh, so you gonna talk shit about me, huh? I'm like, I'm not talking shit. I'm just stating facts. And he's like, oh, you think you're big? I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty fat, but like, he's like, oh, you got jokes, huh? I'm like, yeah, I'm a pretty funny guy. And then one of my other friends comes behind my back and he's like, yo, dude, back the fuck off. Like, we're not doing anything. We're not pissing you off. We're not being loud. I mean, we're being kind of loud, but we're not doing anything to y'all. You know what I mean? We're like 100 feet away from y'all. And he's like, oh, so you're going to butt into this? And then the dude's girlfriend comes up behind him. He's like, hey, come on, let's just leave. And then he kind of pushes his girl out of the way. And he's like, no, like, this is annoying. Like, I'm tired of this. And then I get pissed. I'm like, yo, don't fucking hit your girl like that, dude. And he's like, and then he like tries to punch me. Like, he pushes me, then tries to punch me. And so I step back. And I mean, I don't punch him, but I kind of just slap him. And I'm like, dude, back the fuck up. Like, dude, like, seriously, before we beat your ass. And he's like, oh, yeah, you gonna beat my ass? I'm like, yeah, we will, so back the fuck up. And he's like, oh, yeah, try me then. So my other friend comes up and tries to, get between us. And then he punches my friend in the face, like, really hard, to punch him in the face. So, like, at an instinct, like, fight or flight, I grab my skateboard. I grab it by the tail of it, and I lean, and I move it back, and I fucking swing that bitch right at his head. And he fucking smacks the ground. And then his girlfriend's like just dead face, jaw hits the ground. And then he gets up, and he's like, what? He's just like, what the fuck? Like, why the fuck would you do that? I'm like, dude, I told you we're gonna beat the fuck out of you. And he's like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing. Like, you don't know who you're messing with. I'm like, I'm messing with an arrogant prick. And he's like, oh yeah? And I'm like, oh yeah. So he starts trying to come back at me. So I'm like, dude, back the fuck up. Like, I'm not trying to do this right now. Like, we're just trying to skate. We're just trying to have fun. Like, take your girl, take your friends, and leave. And he's like, oh, I ain't gonna fucking leave. So his girlfriend and his friend kind of like drag him away. And me and my friends are just laughing our asses off. We're like, what the fuck just happened? Like, this is not what we were expecting to happen while we were here. So after that, we kind of just go back to his house. We start smoking. We start making fun of the dude because he was not about to fight us. Well, he tried, but he wasn't gonna win. So yeah, well, that's the end of the story. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to follow my TikTok. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one.